And the law says that every firstborn male child is to be dedicated to the Lord, that he is to be brought to the temple the first day after the first week of his life, on the 8th day, and there he is to be dedicated to the Lord, and there he is to also be circumcised, that he might bear in his flesh the sign of the covenant that God had made with the Old Testament patriarch Abram. And so Joseph and Mary brings Joseph to the temple to fulfill this biblical requirement, to have him dedicated, presented to the priest to pray over him, for him to be consecrated, to be set aside, separated to the Lord, and to be circumcised as one has been dedicated to be a devout Jew. Unbeknownst to them, when they arrived there, there's this old priest by the name of Simeon. He's an old man, and he has committed the last days of his life basically to being patient and to praying. God had made a promise to Simeon that his eyes would see the Messiah, that he would not close his eyes for the last time until he himself has put his own eyes on the Messiah. So Simeon was holding God to his promise. Amen. So Simeon refused to die until God had fulfilled the promise that God had made to him. And that's the scene here. Joseph and Mary had no idea that God would connect them and connect this Christ child to this old priest that has hung around for a long time and who refused to die until he saw the Christ for himself, and he would pronounce a prophecy and also offer a prayer over this child. So verse 34, Luke 2 says, Simeon blessed them, and then he prophesied to them, told them that this Christ will result in the blessing of many, but also the fall of many. And a sword, verse 35, shall pierce through thine own soul. Mary, your heart is going to be broken, prophetically of what's going to happen to your child. And the thoughts of many are going to be revealed. So this old man has a prophecy. I just stopped by to say to the young people today, to say to the children, you better keep yourself around the church. You don't know what old person that God has kept alive just long enough for you to show up. And there is a prayer and there is a blessing that maybe God has reserved for them to pray over you.